I didn't know that you were the one. So there's this guy who was so excited about you, and he came to where we were and said, you're Timmy, you know, this guy who traveled from United Kingdom by road.
Yeah.
He's here. I'm actually fixing his car.
He's around the corner.
Yeah, he's around the corner. So I'm really happy to have you in the studio this morning. So without wasting much time, what people are asking and what people want to know is what really inspired you to embark on such a journey?
You know what, it all started like probably like just slightly, maybe nearly a year and a half ago, where I was just sitting in the house back home in the United Kingdom, scrolling on my phone, playing around on my phone, watching TikTok, YouTube videos, and then I saw a video of like these people like were overlanding around Africa, were driving around Africa, you know, and then I thought like that looks like fun, you know. So I started researching it to see if there's any black people who ever done any trips like this, because you only ever see like white people do these sort of trips. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And then to my surprise, like I couldn't really find any black people doing this, you know, especially in the Zimbabweans.
So you grabbed the opportunity.
So I thought like, you know, I'm gonna be the first Zimbabwean to drive from London to Harare by road.
Right. Before we really get into, you know, we call it expedition.
Expedition, yes.
Before we really get down into that, we just want to know, who is Simba?
So Simba, I was born here in Zimbabwe. I was born here in Harare, and I lived here in Harare until I was 14, and then I moved to England. So I lived in England nearly most of my life anyway, but I always go and come back. You know, my roots are still back here.
How can I kumusha?
Of course, yes.
Ko kumusha ndekopi muno Zimbabwe?
Musha ku
Wonte Valley.
Yes, from time.
Divana waswere.
Tisana was.
Muno tamba here. Okay, so we want you, Simba, to take us through the whole journey.
Through the whole journey, yeah. So like after I saw the videos and everything else, I felt like I want to try and do that. I want to be the first black Zimbabwean to do this, or maybe even first Zimbabwean to do this. I don't know. Do you get me? So I started doing a research to see if it's actually possible to drive from London to Harare by road. From England to Zimbabwe by road. And yes, it was. I knew it was going to be challenging. So the first thing was to plan my route. After planning the route, build the car, because I had to build the car myself from scratch.
So you had to
build the car.
Started from the scratch.
Yes. I bought like an old delivery van, which I converted into a house. So after building the house in there, like kitchens, toilets, showers, bedrooms, TVs, installing, because I wanted to do it in luxury as well. You get what I mean? Yes. And then like after building the house in the back of the truck, I had to also rebuild the engine to make sure that it was gonna last the journey. All the spare parts that I needed, or every single thing that I thought like I'm gonna need for the 6 to 8 months.
So Sim, are you an engineer by profession?
I'm not an engineer by profession, no. It's all through YouTube. No experience before, just watching YouTube videos. And then obviously having my dad is a mechanic, my little brother is also a mechanic. So they did help me with the build for a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like especially the mechanical stuff, they helped with that. But most of the stuff was just literally through YouTube.
Okay, so the car is there, everything's there, toilets, you know, bedrooms.
Everything, toilets, everything. The car was built, the car was loaded, the car was picked up. It took a year to plan and build the car. So there was a full year of building the car and planning the trip. And then comes 23rd of December last year. That's the day when I plan to leave. Because like my car, I had too much things in the car was overweight, the car was too heavy. So in Europe the police are like, it's different than in Africa. In Europe the police like they will catch you if you're overloaded, you'll get arrested. So I knew that's gonna ruin my trip anyway.
Even if you are carrying goods, not people, passengers.
No, but the car, they just weighed the car was already overweight. So when I left England, like I knew like I couldn't have any water in the car, like because the car takes 500 liters of water, which is quite a lot of water as well. So when I left England I didn't have any water because I knew that's going to increase the weight. So I planned to leave, like I wanted to leave just after Christmas, spend Christmas with my family, but I knew after Christmas the borders won't be as busy in Europe. So I wanted to leave on a busy time when they're so busy that they won't be checking the cars, like the weights and everything. That's my so I left on December 23rd. So I spent my Christmas in Spain on the road. Literally the whole Christmas day I was driving.
Okay, from London, we want you to take us through the map, the whole map.
Yes. So I drove from London, Southend. I live just outside London, like in a town in a county called Essex. So I drove from Essex to Dover, where you get a ferry, which carries the car to cross the channel, the English Channel. So I took a ferry from Dover to Calais in France. So the car was carried about 14 kilometers of water. So 14, 15 kilometers of water to cross this bit. Yeah, so the car was carried there. And then I've done like France, Spain, into Portugal, and then back into Spain.
So France, Spain, and Portugal.
Yes.
This is road.
This is by road, yes. Yes. So the car was carried like 14 kilometers, and then probably from Calais to the port of Gibraltar, where I got the second ferry to cross into Africa. It's about maybe 7,000 kilometers.
7,000 kilometers.
Yes, by road. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And then the car was carried again like in port of Gibraltar from Calais, from Spain into Tangier, which is Morocco. Yeah. So the moment I touched down in Morocco, I was in Africa.
You were already in Africa.
I was already in Africa, in Morocco, yes. So that's another 9 kilometers of water. So the car was carried 2 times. In total, 23 kilometers.
23 kilometers.
Yes, that's the whole time the car was carried twice. Yeah. So I done Morocco, and then into Western Sahara. Morocco was good. I spent quite a bit of time in Morocco because I was testing the car, testing everything that I built. Because once I was in Africa, I was free to explore everything like on the car. Fill up the water, make sure like everything, like to prepare myself for a real African journey. Because Morocco is sort of still like Europe. The roads are still good. There's no dirt roads. There's no dust. There's no potholes. There's nothing like that. So Morocco is still good. Yeah. So like I spend about.
Talking of Western Sahara, this is the desert.
This is the desert. Yes. So you do Morocco, and then you go into Western Sahara. It's also a country, like it's also another country, but it's a desert country. Yeah. So I spent some time across the Sahara Desert, Western Sahara into Sahara Desert, and then I left Morocco. My second African country was Mauritania. Mauritania, yes. I didn't spend much time in Mauritania because there wasn't nothing there. It was just a hot desert country, a very poor country, Mauritania.
But how were you coping with the weather?
With the weather, I had like some troubles in the Western Sahara in the beginning because like I was trying to drive during the day, but I didn't realize like when you drive through the desert during the day, the sand is hot. It's too hot in there. My tires were literally melting. And then someone told me like, yeah, you don't really drive around during the day in the desert. You gotta wait until the end of the day when the sun is going down, or in the night when it's cool down. Because when you drive like when it's like about 45 degrees, 48 degrees, the sand is even hotter than, do you get me? Yes. So your tires will literally start to melt.
So they don't have like special tires for those roads?
I had 10 tires which I bought when I left England. So 4 I put on the car, 2 as spare wheels, and then 4 brand new tires on top of my roof as my spares. Yeah, with no rims. Yeah, so I had 10 tires in total, but the tires I had bought, like I was preparing for the west roads around Nigeria, Cameroon, Senegal. So the tires I had, they were not really for the desert. They were more for like the terrain, like potholes and things like that. Do you hear me? Yeah, so the tires were not really good for the desert. That's why. Yes. So yeah. Mauritania was my 3rd country in Africa. So then Mauritania was pretty quick. I think I spent 2 days in Mauritania, and then into Senegal. After Mauritania, Senegal was pretty good. Just spent some time in Senegal, drove around Senegal. I think I was in Senegal for about 2 weeks or something like that, driving around the coastline in Senegal and chilling, seeing the culture of Senegal and people. And then after Senegal, crossed into the Gambia. The Gambia is a very, very small country. It's surrounded by Senegal, into the Gambia. Then the Gambia, about 3 days I was there.
This is all by road?
This is all by road. This is literally all driving. The Gambia, yes. the road is still pretty good there. Like the journey is still like enjoyable. I'm having fun. You know, like the Gambia is still right. You know, like Senegal was a bit challenging because they spoke French there, and I don't speak any French at all.
Oh yeah.
So that's where like I knew like along the west coast of Africa, there's
sort
going
of
to be a lot
language
of
barrier.
yes, there's going to be a lot of countries which speaks French. So I knew that like, already. So I was prepared. I was using Google Translator, but sometimes it didn't work, you know, or it never really translated properly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went into the Gambia. The Gambia was pretty good because the Gambia spoke English. It was like an English colony. Then the Gambia, and then after the Gambia, back into Senegal because it's surrounded by Senegal.
Ah,
so
okay.
There's no way around it.
So you left Senegal
into Gambia,
into the Gambia,
and then back into
the Gambia,
Senegal
back
again.
into Senegal.
Yes.
How?
Yes, because that's the only way. And then after the Gambia, I done Sierra Leone, and then Sierra Leone was a French-speaking country. Liberia, same, very nice, different cultural countries. Those were pretty quick as well. And then after Sierra Leone, Liberia, it was what was it next? I need my maps now. You know, the countries are too much. You know, I can't really remember like out of the list. You know, like you know, after Liberia, I think it was is it Ivory Coast? I think it was Ivory Coast. Okay. You go Google Maps, and then I can see like literally I can tell you step by step. See if you can open my maps for me. Yeah. And then I think it was Ivory Coast. Yes, because the country is like I can't remember the exact
how many countries in total?
It was 24 countries in total.
24 countries.
24 countries in total.
So I think we are almost halfway now.
No,
we are not even halfway.
We're not even like 10 yet, are we? No.
Okay.
No, we're nowhere near halfway. No.
Okay, let's just take it.
Ivory Coast is still on top of Africa still.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, we shall take a break while it's my colleagues are looking for the Google map. This station is Campus Radio. You catch us on this station is zoufm Campus Radio. You catch us on 105.2. The name is Timmy. Show is called Timmy's Fun Ride Show, and in the studio this morning we have invited Simba. If you do this expedition, journeys, what are you called?
You're called in overlander. It's called overlanding. You know, like
you're called if you are doing the expeditions. You are called a what?
They call it overlanding.
So overlanding. Yes. So you are an overlander.
An overlander, yes.
Wow, what a name!
An overlander. Yes.
Okay, so we ended up in Senegal.
We ended up in Senegal. So like after Senegal, we done the Gambia, which I said to like the Gambia, and I actually skipped 2 countries because the countries are too much of them. I can't really remember the order of it. It was nearly 8 months ago now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after the Gambia, we done like it was Guinea-Bissau, and Guinea-Conakry.
Guinea-Conakry. I'm told those countries are too beautiful.
They are too beautiful, but they are probably some of the most poorest countries I've been to. Guinea-Bissau and Guinea-Conakry. Like, and that's where the real African adventure started, in Guinea-Bissau. So after the Gambia and Senegal, Guinea-Bissau, that's where like the challenges started, like the different types of roads. Like that's when I realized I am in Africa now.
Face to face with potholes.
It's not even the potholes, it's the mountains. It's
the mountains, the terrain.
The terrain started changing, like at the mountains, yes. Like because like when I was doing like Senegal, like Mauritania and things like that, I was doing maybe like 500-600 kilometers a day.
Okay.
And then like maybe in 10 hours. Nice. And then when I hit like Guinea-Bissau, I remember literally from the border, going to town, going to Conakry, because I was going to Conakry to sort out my visa for the next 3 countries.
Okay.
Yes. It was 200 kilometers in this road, but it was a dead road. Yep. That road took me nearly 2 days to drive 200 kilometers.
Yes. 200 k's?
Yes, 200 k's.
2 days.
And I was doing about 10 to 12 hours driving a day.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then I knew like yeah. So I knew like once I passed those beats, I thought like yeah, the journey is the African adventure is really starting. Yeah. So then Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, and then Sierra Leone, and then Liberia.
Right.
After those ones, yeah. So the terrain was a bit changing.
Liberia,
like,
they do a lot of rubber. Eh?
Yeah, doing a bit of my tires. Like the car was taking a bit of a challenge. Yeah, that was a bit of challenging driving in those countries. And then after Sierra Leone, Liberia, it was and then we hit Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast was really, really beautiful. One of the best countries I've been to.
Sure.
100%. Yeah, I think
right.
Ivory Coast is on top of the list, like of the best countries I've visited. Ivory Coast was beautiful. Like the roads were right. Like the people were good, but still there was a language barrier.
Okay, which language?
They speak French.
Oh, they speak French.
You know, you'd be surprised. You know, when you go like up to the north of Africa, you know, they used to see me and they ask me like, because they presume every black person speaks French. You know,
okay.
But like, no, I don't speak French. But like, where are you from? I'm from Zimbabwe. At least like 60%. You'd be surprised. A lot of people in West Africa, they don't even know where Zimbabwe is. Like, where's that? I said, it's in Africa.
Don't say that.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know. I'll be like, that's in Africa, Southern Africa. But, oh, okay, you know, like yeah. So it was a bit of an experience as well for me and for them, for everyone, really, you know. And then after Ivory Coast, we done Ghana. I spent a bit of time in Ivory Coast. Ghana was tough to enter. Like Ghana was one of the toughest borders I've had to enter with a vehicle.
Why?
Because they don't really want to let overlanders in. Because when I done my trip, like you're supposed to have a passport for the vehicle, which is called a Canada de Passage.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you need it. Like, but for my vehicle, it was £15,000, which is about $18,000.
Wow.
That's how much it was. But you get like 50% of it when the car goes, when you return the car back to England.
Ah, okay.
You get 50% of the money. But if you're ever in an accident, or if the car is stolen, or if the car is on fire, or whatever, if the car never makes it back to Europe, to England, you never get the money back. You know? So like I weighed my options, thinking, shall I pay like $18,000 for this passport for the vehicle? It's easier to cross the borders.
Yeah.
Or shall I cross all the borders without it and pay the fines? Yeah, or get what's called a temporary import for every country.
So you had two options.
I had two options. Yeah, pay $18,000 or pay for temporary imports in every single country. Yeah, some countries like Morocco, Mauritania, Senegal, the temporary imports were free to enter. Germany, they'll give you 30 days or 60 days for free. And then like some countries like $10, $20, $30, and then I hit Ghana. Ghana, it was $500.
$500
US for that.
Wow.
$500 for temporary import. They give me 7 days to be in their country, and then they fit a tracker on the car to make sure that you leave the country.
All right.
Yeah, so they fitted the track on the border when I entered Ghana until the other end of the border, where I met someone to remove the tracker.
So how many days did it take?
I spent I had 7 days only to be in the country, so it took me 7 days to cross the country, in and out.
So you were racing against time?
I was racing against time, and I was just saying, fingers crossed the car doesn't break down or anything like that, because there'll be fines as well if you don't leave in 7 days. That's why they put a tracker on the car to make sure that you leave. Yeah, so Ghana costed me over $500, and then I entered Benin. Benin was also another challenge. It was like the two West countries.
You are still very far.
I'm still very far. I'm still in northern of Africa. I'm not even in Central Africa yet. Yes. And then I entered Benin. Benin, it was the same thing like when I entered Benin. No, sorry, it was Togo before Benin. Sorry. And then I entered Togo. Togo, they gave me 1 day for the car.
1 day?
They allow the car in their country only for 1 day, just to pass through. But Togo is a very, very small country. Because when you enter the border, from one end of the border to the other end of the border to leave the border, it's probably less than 2 hours drive.
Okay.
It's a very, I think it's the
tiny,
second smallest country in Africa. It's a very small country.
Very small.
Literally one road, 3 roads in the whole country, 3 main highways. Yeah. So like Togo gave me 1 day for the country, like for my car. So I entered Togo. But the problem I had, I couldn't enter Benin the same day because I didn't have a visa for Benin. My visa for Benin was starting in 3 days' time.
Oh my God.
So I had to drive my car and leave the car in customs, take the car out of the country, but I couldn't enter my next country because I didn't have a visa. My visa wasn't valid yet. My visa was starting in 3 days.
Okay.
So that's the only time I left my car at customs, and then for 3 days I had to sleep in a hotel.
How?
Because I couldn't go anywhere.
You
I couldn't leave
move.
the country. Yeah, my car was not allowed in the country, so the car had to leave the country. But I couldn't leave the country because I couldn't enter the next country. So yeah, they kept my car in customs like for 3 days, and I stayed 3 days in the hotel in Togo. And then after 3 days, I went picked up the car, entered Benin. Benin was pretty good, like very small country, different culture. They worship what's called voodoo there. They don't worship voodoo. Their religion is voodoo. You know, like
French speaking as well.
French speaking, yeah. All these countries are all these Western coast, yeah, they're French speaking. Ononamata,
Voodoo.
It's their
Church
culture.
of
Voodoo.
Voodoo, church.
They have zvinenge zvigure, zvinenge zvekupira zvimudzimu dzimu. That's their culture.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's their culture.
That's their culture. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, to see how they do it.
Okay.
You know. And then after Benin, Togo, and then it was the big one, the one I was dreading the whole journey. Nigeria.
Oh God.
Yes, the one I was most worried about, the one I was more scared about the whole journey.
Tell me
Literally,
about the experience in Nigeria.
I felt like if I could avoid Nigeria, I would have. So the moment when I arrived in Nigeria, they started scaring me, saying, "Oh, there's Boko Haram in this country." This and that, like even 3 days. So when you enter Nigeria, when you get to the border, they ask you for $1,000 US. You pay $1,000 US. No, like that's optional. So $1,000 US. Many people who were doing the trips, they do it. $1,000 US. That will give you 7 policemen who will be armed. Who will stay with
security.
you. Basically, they are bodyguards.
Okay.
They will stay with you for 10 days in the country. They will help you cross the country in 10 days because Nigeria is big. Yeah. So when you drive around wherever I park, they'll be following me 2 cars, 5 there, 5 in front, 5 at the back, armed.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll stay with me for 10 days. If wherever I park, they'll park there. They'll sleep there. They'll sleep outside, protecting you for $1,000 US.
Okay.
$1,200 US.
Yeah.
10 of them. Yeah, so when I arrived at the border, they was like, yeah, it's $1,000 US. Everyone who enters Nigeria, they always do this, they pay this money. I was like, you know, I haven't even got this money, but I'm gonna take my chances and going on my own. It also includes like, because there's so much police roadblocks in Nigeria. There was at least 60 checkpoints which are passed through in Nigeria, and every single one of them, they'll be asking you for money, they'll be stopping you and things like that. So like many people say like after you calculate everything, it's better to just pay the $1,200 US because it will be very similar. But I felt like, you know what, I haven't got that kind of money. I'm gonna go through on my own. They tried to scare me, saying like, oh yeah, even some military people were caught like 3 days ago and they were beheaded by Boko Haram. That was true. You know, so like I haven't got the money. I'm gonna go in on my own. So I entered Nigeria alone. You know, I started driving, like, yes, the police stops, the police checkpoints.
No incident.
No, well, there's always incidents. There's plenty of incidents. Yeah, they were asking me for money. I just tell them I haven't got no money, but like they know if you're doing this trip, you've got money, you've got cash in the car. Do you get what I mean? You know, they always try to find something wrong, like they can penalize you on, you know, like, oh, fire extinguisher. I was like, okay, cool, I've got 3. Triangles, okay, I've got 2. You know, first aid kits, you know, so I've got 3. You know, like they try every single thing to get money, and then like the police was alright. I never managed to pay anything. Like it was pretty good. But Nigeria was the toughest bit of my journey. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's the notorious road called Mayo Banyo. This road in the mountains. Yes, I think I still got PTSD from this road. That's where the vehicle took quite a bit of a toll on that road. I started breaking down. My differential, my rear axle snapped in half when I was up in those mountains. Yeah, it was the toughest road. Like it is the toughest road on this whole trip. Yeah, from England to Harare. That's the toughest road I've been to. It's mountains road, it's the terrain, it's everything. So,
okay,
yes,
we are out of Nigeria now.
After Nigeria, we entered Cameroon. Cameroon was still a bit of Boko Haram as well, so it was pretty quick in and out of Cameroon. And then after Cameroon, we entered Congo Brazzaville. Republic of Congo. Yeah, after
there's Congo, DR Congo and Congo
there's Republic, Congo Brazzaville and Congo Kinshasa. It's 2 different countries. So we entered like a Republic of Congo. At the Republic of Congo, the roads were getting better now. Like everyone told me, like once you enter Cameroon all the way to Zimbabwe, it's tarmac. The roads are good, and it was true. You know, yes. I entered like Congo, and then after Congo, I entered like a little small country called Cabinda.
Cabinda.
Yes.
It's a state.
It's a little state called Cabinda. It's owned by Angola now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's under Angola.
It's under Angola, okay.
Next to Congo. So you enter Cabinda, and then from Cabinda you enter DRC. And then I entered DRC like, many trucks I've ever seen in my life in DRC. The roads were like probably the most dangerous road I've driven in was in DRC. The road called Matida, the border towards Matida. And then when I was in DRC, I knew I'm home. From DRC, I knew me a Zimbabwean now. Do you get what I mean? Then after DRC, it was Angola. Angola's beautiful, big country. Angola, to cross Angola. Angola took some time to cross Angola. And then after Angola into Namibia.
Home, closer to home.
Like I knew I was home. Like after Angola, it was Namibia. Like I spent Namibia. Spent some time resting because I'd spent so much time like fixing the car. The car was playing up, like yes, it was challenging like those countries. So when I entered Namibia, I spent some time in Namibia, maybe 3 weeks in Namibia, and then after Namibia, I done Botswana in one day. Okay. I entered Botswana in the morning. I drove all.
Botswana is small.
Botswana is small, but I done it very quick.
Not that small though.
I done it very quick because like at that point, like I had my parents had landed in Zimbabwe and they were all waiting for me. Like and I wanted to be home. I was excited as well. Like by the time I was leaving Namibia, so literally I entered Botswana in the morning, and then like by the end of the day I was leaving Botswana, and then by the time I left Botswana, I arrived in Zimbabwe Plumtree border, and I entered Zimbabwe through Plumtree. But I couldn't drive all the way to Harare in the evening because it was a long day. So I stayed in Bulawayo at a police camp. Like some policemen let me stay in the police camp just outside Bulawayo.
Okay, for security.
Yeah. I slept in police camp, and then I left at 3 a.m. in the morning towards Harare. Yes, like and then I drove down to Harare, and then
you reached home.
And then I reached home. My family was waiting for me, like news media. Everyone was there waiting for me, celebrating. I was happy, like quite a lot of people told me that like it was impossible to do this trip in the truck that I had. Do you hear me? They told me it's impossible to do this trip in a car which is not a 4-wheel drive and this and that. Do you hear me? I was like, it might not be impossible, but like a lot of people who drive around in Africa, they don't have 4-wheel drives. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
It wasn't a 4-wheel drive, but I made it.
So, how do you feel now? Like right now, how do you feel about this whole trip?
Pretty excited, to be honest. Like pretty happy that like I achieved something which a lot of people never really knew that it was possible to do. Do you get me? Even up to now, some people are still saying like it's impossible. What you're saying like isn't true. Do you get me?
You know my WhatsApp platforms. What I'm hearing people say. They can't believe it.
Yes.
Yeah, they can't believe it. Pane mwe akati hanzi uyu ane mudzimu ada kutobikirwa doro. Hanzi azviitwe nemunhu ari normal.
Sure.
Uri wani pasina kana
munhu. The whole 6 months 3 days.
It's unfortunate hatina kwanisa kuvhura macomments akadaro kuti
the whole 6 months 3 days I only stayed in hotel 3 nights.
Uri wega.
Yeah, but only 3 nights because I didn't have an option. Panga patorgo motikari yavharirwa kucustoms. So I got 3 nights in this ndakagara muhotel. And then the rest of the time ndaigara musango ndiri ndega murote panangopaka nongoraro ipapo ndikasvika mumamisha nongunyipira kukumbirawo mvura kana kuri kumwe kunhu kunotyisa ndaingosvika pamusha nongunyipira kukumbirawo mvura yemumotikari mangu ndavana kukumbira zvinoita tonongopakawo motikari yangu muyadi meinyamba ndirara vazhinji kwakudoka vazhinji vaingoti it's okay kana ndaona kuti nzvimbo dzisingaiti mapetrol stations ndaingopindawo pamapetrol station kana ndiri mabig cities ndo aityisa manje because mabig cities ndo anenge namatsotsi pane ndiri mumamisha uko kwakusina basa mabig cities ndaichaimira mapetrol stations cash machines ndachisearch cash machines because every cash machine inenge no security anorara pausiku hwese nekuti ungompawo mari yedrink kuti ashama ndongopakowo kapanze paroad apa chiungonitransfer uchi ndakararawo usiku hwese.
Ngatitarise Guinness Book of Records. Zvakamira sei?
Yeah, ndakapinda as the first black man.
Really?
Yes. First Zimbabwean, first black guy.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great achievement. But ngatitarise now back home in Zimbabwe. I want you to just give me the level of appreciation or the level of acceptance or whatever.
I think like ever since I entered Zimbabwe, I don't think like I had enough like media attention. Like it reached like enough media for the level of appreciation.
Of what you did.
Get what I mean? Like, yes. I think that's the only downside. It's probably because mainly me as well, because I didn't do it for the media or for anyone like what other people do it, like posting videos and things like that. This was for me, for myself. It was my own achievement. Do you get me? I wasn't publishing it anyway. Do you get me? Some people from the government got hold of my story when I was still in Angola, and then they rang me to confirm that is it true or not that you were coming through. But yeah, I appreciate it because they met me at the border and like from Plumtree.
You mean government officials?
The government officials met me like a Plumtree.
That was good.
He helped me enter Zimbabwe like nice and smooth, you know, like all the way to Harare, you know, like they escorted me to Harare, you know, like yeah, they did recognize that like I was the first one, because like I was the first person to ever enter the border to enter Zimbabwe as a Zimbabwean person with a Zimbabwean passport, with a car from Europe, which doesn't need to pay duty. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So the border, like when I arrived at the border, they didn't know what to do because I was the first person to ever do it.
It was a completely new situation.
It was a new situation because I had to explain and convince them that the car was not shipped to like, you know, like when people ship cars from England to Namibia and then people drive them from Namibia to Zimbabwe. And then when the car will not enter Zimbabwe until you pay the duty for it. Do you get what I mean? And you have to remove their number plates. But mine one was different because it was driven. So it's different circumstances.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So they were saying to me like, it's never been done before. We've never had anyone who turns up at the border who says we've driven this car from London to Zimbabwe. So there's different circumstances. So if the car was shipped from England, let's say to Namibia, and then I drive it from Namibia to Zimbabwe, then the car wouldn't enter Zimbabwe without with UK number plates.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And I would have had to pay duty for the car. So the way I entered Zimbabwe, I entered like Zimbabwe on a temporary import again.
Oh, okay.
Because I might drive it back.
You're scaring me. If you know the way how you spoke about, you know, those mountainous places and you know
deserts, rivers, everything.
And you think
majangos from Congo.
You still feel you want to do it again?
I would I would drive it back. I will drive it another 6 months back.
Okay, Simba, what I'm going to do, one of the days, if you are able to just invite me so that I can have a look at the car, and get photos, and you know.
Yes.
Yeah. We want to do this for the doubting Thomases.
And did
you? But
it's true because every single border which I entered, like every country, they were surprised to see a black guy. Many borders. Many people they were asking me, "Are you driving for someone?"
I thought you could drive
because there was Pandaka Crosser DRC, is it Angola? Because Angola they speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yes. Pani murungu angari pamdudu anakasangana naye on the road. This white guy, he was traveling on his motorbike around Africa, but he spoke Portuguese. So like I told him, going through DRC to cross into Angola, and it. But I was right behind him. Every police stop at time is Quagga. iPhone's got paper on the coma paper, but they used to think like Murunga ari drive road rake imba yake ichimutera na driver wake vachimutera kumashure aneta udriver mududu wake munza vatasvika pane imwe camp so vachimhanyira boss how are you sir how are you this that did wazoona manheru yako set up katende kake manje ndakuvhura madho angu I'm not this guy's driver. Simba,
I want to thank you so much for coming to our studio. Thank you for coming to zoufm Campus Radio. We are reached on 105.2 FM. So, right, I will leave you to leave. Yeah, then Tozo Mixer, I need to see the car.
Yeah,
I just saw it briefly for Gazaland and Yaito
no, because I need to do a bit of there's 6 more countries left on the list to do in Africa.
Yeah.
So Pangabane to my repairs like after the road, like yes, which I was doing. Yes.
Nice.
There's 6 more Nyika Zasara Kumbo Itwa Sagana number no make sure that the car is fully ready for the trip again.
Thank you very much, Simba.
I did that.
The Zimbabwe Open University is offering a great career.